There are more than 18,000 followers across the globe of our Facebook page. So, if you are a dancer or an art lover or a student, you can join ICDA. If you would like to join, please share your name and WhatsApp number in our chat box so our coordinators can contact with you and add your number to our WhatsApp group. Now, we are really missing Gopakumar sir. He founded this organization. His untimely demise surely created a huge voice in our cultural space. We are trying to follow his legacy. So before starting today's session, I would like to request you, please keep silence for 1 minute in his memory. Namaste. Thank you. So now we are going to start our today's session. Though it's not, everyone knows Sujatha Ramalingam. Still, formally, I have to introduce her. So here is a very short bio of her. With permission of Sujatha auntie, I'm going to read her bio. So, Shrimathi Sujatha Ramalingam is a postgraduate in Bharatanatyam from Kalakshetra Foundation, Chennai, and continued her training under the guidance of late Padmashri Adyar K. Lakshman and Padma Bhushan C.V. Chandrasekhar. She has been the lead dancer in various dance productions of the legendary late Shrimati Chandralekha Prabhudas Patel, with whom she travelled within the country and abroad. She had also undergone training in Kuchipudi from Art Academy, Kuchipudi, and has performed in various prestigious occasions as well. Shrimati Sujatha Ramalingam runs her own dance institution, Kalashrishti, since 1998, which aims at fostering the dance skills of talented dancers and educating the young generation about the rich cultural heritage of Indian classical dance. So thank you. Now, I would like to welcome Sujatha auntie again, and it is now over to you.
Thank you, Sourami. It is nice to see you all here. Namaskaram. Good evening to everybody. I also take this opportunity to show my gratitude to Mr. Gopakumar, who has been the key of starting this group, ICDA. And I heard that he's not even a dancer but to imbibe, to make a group, it is not easy. He has done this. And I really miss him today, because when Sourami said I have to talk about Chandralekha, and when I spoke to him, he said, actually this was supposed to happen a month back. And I met with a small accident and it was not happening. And when I requested him, said I won't be able to do it, immediately accepted, ma'am, whenever you can. It is really, it will be nice if you can do it. And today I really miss him a lot. let his passion, his work inspire us and the generations to come. I thank ICDA members who is taking up this group and fulfilling the good wishes or, of Mr. Gopakumar. So hope this group continues, and I really hope they, take up these lecture demonstrations, programs and everything. I'm so happy that 18,000 people or a lot of groups are here. I'm also the member of ICDA. It is so nice. Okay, so yeah, today I want to talk golden period of my lifetime. Yeah, I'm a dancer from Kalakshetra. As Sourami has already introduced me, I have done my post-graduation 74-80. And in 81, one of my friend, Sumitra Gautam, introduced me to Chandralekha. I would like to say something about Shrimathi Chandralekha Prabhudas Patel before I share my experiences with her. She's basically a Gujarati lady, and she's a niece of Vallabhai Patel. And she was a feminist, and she's a dancer, she's a designer, she's a choreographer, and she has received many awards from awards from Sangeet Natak Academy. She's a fellowship holder of Sangeet Natak Academy. She has received Kalidas Award. And being basically a Bharatanatyam dancer, suddenly she used to tell me, she was performing Bharatanatyam in her young age, and later on, and she was even dancing with Mr. Kamdev Chow dancer. And suddenly one day she realized, she wanted to do something different. She wanted to Bharatanatyam and beyond. She thought of Bharatanatyam and beyond. That is what the lines are about. Bharatanatyam, as most of you are Bharatanatyam dancers here, the lines and everything. She was always talking about the lines, the body, the space. So she wanted to explore her thought process in that way. And she was a great admirer of Bala Saraswati and Rukmini Devi Arundel. And I would proudly say that most of us are from Kalakshetra, whoever has been performing with Chandra. I worked for 12 years, and after that also so many people joined and worked with her for a long time. And most of us are from Kalakshetra. But yeah, she was not only thinking about Bharatanatyam. She was talking about yoga. She was talking about Kalaripayattu, which was first, I think, if I'm right, she was the first one to introduce Kalaripayattu in a kind of dance form. She used to bring people from Kerala to teach us the martial arts, Kalaripayattu. Even from Chennai, Mr. Pandian, if I do remember the name correctly, he used to come and teach us martial arts. Everything was practically done. Not, seeing YouTube or taking just practicing just like that. So we had people who had come from Kerala. For Chow, we had conducted Chow workshop. For Kathakali, we used to do, that also, people have come from a particular place to teach us. She used to conduct workshops. So in that way, we experienced in each and every field and how to put that into dance, how to create the body, how to cover the space, the chemistry. So I want to share all this with you. It's my lifetime experience. As I told you before, it's my golden period. I worked with her for 12 years. I really remember it so well that I can share it with you. First production, what she started was Angika. Then later on, she continued with there is a production called, it's not a Angamandala, and Lilavati and Prana, Shri, so on. I am being from a very orthodox family and did Bharatanatyam from Kalakshetra, very disciplined, very orthodox way. For me, when I joined Chandra, it was very difficult to adopt her views in the beginning. It was, she used to say, Suja, come out. I mean, like, I have learned the discipline of dance, the lines, Natyarambam, Aramandi, what all, but using the body, exploring yourself. And she was able to judge each and every person, what is good, what she can get from the people. That was her plus point. If I mean, like, she always thinks that maybe my Abhinaya is good, so she used to take that. And if somebody is good in lines, and she used to bring that person, I mean, like, she used to explore their body according to their lines and according to their capability. So I have learned so many things from her regarding all this, how to use the body, how to use the space. Angika, her first production was just spoke about body, and she was not bothered about Aharya Abhinaya. Aharya was her last way of, last introduction to her production. We used to wear simple cotton sarees, very less ornaments. And when we do a program, we go to that place morning till evening, till 5 o'clock. If the 6 o'clock is the show, till 5 we are on the stage. Maybe in between 1 hour we get rest, but we used to go around the stage. We used to explore the space of the stage, the auditorium. Even the people who is sitting in the audience, we used to go and sit in different positions to watch us from there, how we look on the stage, where we should, how to give our best to the audience. We used to sit every corner, nook and corner. We used to run around the stage. We used to walk around the stage. We used to walk around the auditorium, even the backstage, front. We used to sit in the places, and I mean, that was a kind of an exercises, I mean, like, she used to give. As I told you, I'm from a very orthodox this thing. First, I was not able to come out of my restrictions. She used to say, look, talk to me. Look at the eyes and talk to me first. You have to work with your body. First of all, you have to know yourself, and you have to explore yourself, and you have to be open to the thoughts. So that was taught by her. And second production was Angamandala. It is not a production actually. She did Angamandala, that again spoke about the space and the body. I mean, we used to try Bharatanatyam in 3 speeds in the same space. I mean, if I am starting with the 3rd speed, the other person will start with the 2nd speed and the 1st speed. And the other person starts in the beginning and the second person starts in the 2nd or the 3rd number. So, I mean, like, a lot of designs, a lot of uses of space, the movements that was explored in Angamandala. And third is Lilavati. It is a famous piece which talks about the math, the calculations. So when we do the exercises regularly, it is not that you do only a body warm-up. One day she used to say, do yoga exercises. Then other day we used to do martial arts exercises. Other day we do Bharatanatyam exercises. Other day we do Kathakali exercises, eye movements, eye exercises. So we were ready with each and every part of our body with exercise. I mean, like when it was an Angamandala, I have to stand for nearly 3 minutes on one leg. It's a one leg stand. I said, Chandra, I can't do that. How can I do it? She said, you have to concentrate. That is it. You will be able to do it. So it was a plain music, and I have to, I mean, like, you have to get the energy, and you have to stand on one leg. So a lot of things like this, small nook and corners was taught by her. And I would like to show you her Angamandala Tilana, how she explored the Tilana. Tilana is a solo piece. But how to do it in a group, how to explore the space with the hand movements. So I would like to share her production of Angamandala, the Tilana piece. I wish you will all enjoy. I hope you will all enjoy.
Auntie, it's not visible. Is it going on?
Hope you all enjoyed. And this shows how we use the space, how the Tilana has been transformed in a different way. It's a solo piece, but how to do it in the group, making geometrical figures, everything is something different. But how to use the space with the body, the dynamic, that, I mean, in 82, 83, I think we started working with this. So she thought about this long back. After that, so many people are doing it now, but this was done long back. So how she has used the body, the lines, the space of the mandala, I mean, that you can see it very well. Okay, now I'll be talking about Lilavati, which is a very famous production of hers. And as I told you before, each and every production, she has somebody in the mind. It is specially for them. So Lilavati, I mean, like, humbly say that I have taken the lead role of Lilavati, and so I would like to show some presentation, what I have done later with her ideas, and now I will be showing you. But before that, I would like to talk about Lilavati. Lilavati is the text, I mean, Bhaskaracharya wrote a text called Lilavati. It is about mathematics. It tells a small young Lilavati in a very poetical way. He has written his work addressed to his daughter. The text Lilavati is a series of most beautiful poetic questions from Bhaskaracharya to Lilavati. When she was a little girl, he addresses Haye Bale Lilavati. Please count and tell me the total number of bees, Hamsi, that is the swan, birds, and lotus. This was, she has done 5 on the whole, 4. So Hamsi, bees, birds, and pearl also. But pearls, we didn't do it on the stage. If so that with her ideas, I have worked with my little bit of knowledge, whatever I have gained from her during my time when I was with her. So I would like to present that with my students of Kalashrishti from Kolkata. I would like to take a minute time. I mean, like, I'll be closing down my camera. I will be arranging. Then I will come back to you. Just a minute time. Yeah. It was just a small trial. How to use the space. I was talking about the space. This is the smallest space where we have used 10 dancers. That also how to use. I mean, so we have tried our best. It is difficult to go out. I mean, now in this pandemic time, you all know. So we tried wherever we have got the space, we have tried our best to. Okay, now the question. You have seen it. So this talks about the pearls. This is a love play between a young couple. As they were enrolled in the love play, the broken pearls, broken necklace, the pearls shattered all over the place. It gets shattered all over the place. So the question is, 1/3 rolls down on the floor. 1/5 were found on the bed. Then the 1/6 were taken by her beloved. and the girl herself was able to find in her body 1/6 and 1/10 were collected by her friend, and at the end the 6 were remaining in the necklace itself, in the rope, in the thread. So totally how many pearls? So 1/3, 1/5, 1/6 and 1/10 and the 6 pearls. So the question is, how many pearls were there? It's a simple question. In the har, in the necklace. Okay, anybody is ready with the answer? You can tell me later. So here again, one more thing I would like to call upon my friend who has been working with me, as well as after I left Chandra also, she had worked with me for many more years with Chandra, and she has done other productions like Yantra, Mahakal, Sharira, Raga with her. So I would like to call upon Meera Krishnamurti from Chennai to share her views. Hi Meera, welcome to ICDA. Yeah, so what is your experience? How, say I'm not able to talk much. I think Meera can talk to you people in a better
No, you talked very,
yeah.
So about my experience with Chandra, is it?
Yeah, your experience, whatever you have learned from Chandra, what you really, think about her productions.
Yeah, I think whatever we did, it's never leaves your body. So that's there. It's there, part of our lives. And so that is never going to go away. There's no such thing as post Chandra. It's always there in the body. And yeah, otherwise we've shared the same kind of foundation, though you were earlier, you joined, we were much younger when we joined, and you were already performing Angika then. I think we were in our teens, and so there was a lot of different kind of learning which we must have. I think each person who came into the group got something else, something different, because you were already a postgraduate in dance, and then some of us, when we joined, we were very young and had we were in our teens, I think. So now when I think of it, I really give it to Chandra for taking in teenagers, and I think that is what I take from her, where you mold the consciousness, not mold, but we have a responsibility in showing that this is what how you should, not should, but then how one has to see what is around you. So for me, takeaway is that for me, and that's how I work with youngsters also. I think that is something I valued very deeply, because there is a responsibility in us for showing the people around us how to view dance. And it's not some pretty, the whole prettiness is what she removed from it, and I try, and I feel it is the most important for me, because everywhere it's only that. So that thing of what every minute, that where I am, what I'm doing, what my body is talking, and I think that is what I've received. That is the gist of what I received. Otherwise, I really believe whatever she did was her exploration. Some of it as a performance may not be relevant to everyone, because it has to be viewed, her production has to be viewed with her context, what she sought. It was not just some pattern, it was what she sought in space, what she sought in principle. So with that, some of her productions, everything has to be viewed with that eye. And so I think for me, I can only say what I received. And now when I look back, I think every phase it was different. Whatever Chandra talked about, I found a third speed. When we did Bharatanatyam class, we do third speed. After doing the half speed with her, the third speed becomes really spectacular. Even when you do it there in the dance class, for me, I used to find after doing half speed, doing third speed in the dance class would be like really perfect. Like you have explored every action of that adavu in half speed. So there is no way you have not thought of one aspect of an adavu, not just aramandi, not just finishing it, but through that the journey of an adavu is complete. And that was one thing. At no matter which production or an asana, when you practice an asana, even today I value whatever we did then. There was so much, and we stayed with it. I think all of us have been very, she has been very lucky also with all of us who gave so many years just being there and just going through that work. So these are the things that I think we all share. There's post after you left also, it was been similar work, though the production is different, her seeking was different. So she grew from this thing to something even more abstract. And was it tough on the body? See, again, it's a way we see things. Yes, nothing is easy, so that way tough, but we didn't think of it like that. We have to do something, we just do it. So you do those things. And it was interesting, no doubt.
See, it was tough in the sense when we practice regularly, even the toughest movements becomes our part of, in the body, it becomes very easy. So in that way, we have been trained in that way also, Namira. Like from the beginning, we do, regular exercises. And
I think it was a way of life. So it became a way of life.
Yeah.
At least I don't know anything else.
Every day, yoga means we had yoga classes.
We didn't have any other, we were not, our group especially, after that it changed, but till we were all, at least until 97, 95 with Chandra, whoever was there was really no space for thinking of parties or nothing. I don't remember doing anything. And now when I look half my age, all the people have seen all the films. We never got to go for, we didn't entertain. Basically, we were staying with it. And I don't regret it now. Now it's very difficult to see people.
Also. Not that, we don't regret it. We enjoyed that way, being together. Yeah. How many hours a day of practice was it? It was not fixed as such. Morning, maybe 6 to 8, and evening again from 7 to 10.
It could be anything.
All, as she said, that they all joined in the teens. So they had their college. So they used to come in the morning, early morning, 6 o'clock we meet. 6 to 8 we do, and 8:15 they have to leave for the college. And evening again we have the rehearsal. It was, time was not fixed. Almost every day, I can tentatively put it 4 to 5 hours.
And this is other than our usual work.
So other than our usual work.
It was also, days of no transport was public transport, and everybody was coming. Jata was come far. Many men were coming. So there was this. I think it was also a life time.
Not only the field from Bharatanatyam. Angika and all, when we worked together, a person was a martial artist, Kalari Patel, that is also martial arts from Canada, and gymnastic. Okay, lot of other things were also introduced.
Yeah. So half speed is like, somebody asked what's half speed. So it's like takka dhimmi, takka dhimmi. So some other was a bit takka dhimmi. That speed we would do tat tei tam. That speed. So it is less than half of first speed.
So what was your experience with Raga? Because Raga, I think it was mainly on you. So I would like you to talk about Raga, because I was not with Chandra at all that time. So if
the Raga apparently that
has added to your life.
Oh, Raga was different because there was no adavu, nothing to fall back on. So it was again, a little bit of it is already in yantra. So it's like we did prana, After prana was yantra.
Prana, when she is talking about prana, I would like to say here it is mainly yoga. Dikshada's Navagrahas kritis were used in this, and the patterns were all of Navagrahas, and it was mainly on yoga. Prana, it was on yoga, the breath.
And the adavas also.
Yeah, adavas were also there, but main portion was, yeah.
So a bit of that came into yantra later. So prana and yantra had similar. It's basically, this is how I see. She has seen something and she goes into it deeper in another product and becomes another production. So yantra had that, and yantra had spaces between the bodies.
She doesn't plan anything. I mean, like even during the program, so we see the space. Maybe some changes on the spot were made, and we have to adopt that, and we used to do it. Yeah, Meera?
She had certain images in her head. So they were tantric images, or she had certain images. So and those like Naravahana or adavas are, I didn't get the question again. Adavas are incorporated. Yeah, so then again from this it came a bit into yantra. Just the yoga
can be repeated.
asanas.
You want to repeat that question? I mean, like if somebody has asked.
Sure, I can ask. Yeah, I can ask. So,
actually, you can ask question at the question answer session, I think.
Yeah, sure. I can wait.
Yeah, please.
So the yoga asana, which was there as an asana, full form of asana, later on into yantra, it became exploring in space. Little more, it will be the asana, but it was not exactly an asana. It was the bodies, the space between bodies was very interesting to Chandra. So the negative space was always looked at. The physical space is not, for her, the negative space was always more interesting, and she worked on, and a little more of that came into Mahakal, and then it came into, when I came back, I had a break, and then when I came back for Raga, that was different again. It was the male bodies, so that that whole sexuality and the sensuality between these bodies, and those were explored. It was new, yes, not a little bit again was there, explored in yantra a little bit, little more, and then Mahakal had a little more of that, the male bodies, and then this had with the female also. So it was those kind of things were
actually from yantra till Raga.
And she never looked back. She discarded her old ones. She never really cared to go back to the old ones. We had all wanted Angika and Lilavati and all, but she didn't want. Because your mind has seen more and the abstract more, and then it's very difficult to go back to that for her. We all wanted though, but she didn't want.
Okay. Yes, Sourami, anything else you want to ask Meera?
Is it open for questions now?
Yeah, that is what I'm asking Sourami. Sourami can...
Thank you so much, Meera ma'am and Sujatha auntie. Now it's a time for a question answer session. If anyone would like to ask any question, you can unmute yourself, or you can type your question in the chat box, whatever you would like. So
okay. So my question is to Sujatha ma'am. Ma'am, in the presentation that I saw very traditional adavas as well, and then some non-traditional adavas. So I just wanted to know from what are all the other dance forms from which the adavas inspiration were taken.
Okay, after working with Chandra, we don't go back to the forms, in the sense, whatever that presentation needs, if I have to show a beat, so how it rolls, how the movements can be taken from other dance forms or other movements, martial arts are. See, the lovers, it's all full of exercise kind of a thing, which the dance movements have been incorporated with the exercise movements. And not particularly, I didn't think about anything like that, but what I thought was how a beat can roll, how it can move, how it can be shown in a different movement. So that is what I had in my mind. Nothing very particular. Yeah, Lavanya?
Thank you, ma'am. And this question is for Meera, ma'am. Ma'am,
Okay.
you always use the term abstract. So how was abstract understood? Because even when we show Bharatanatyam, the regular Margam, many people don't understand. So how difficult was it to be reaching the audiences, ma'am?
So abstract is anyway understood differently by, like you say. So for us, when we were new, it was very difficult to understand what we don't know what the back. So she was very. So when you use space, it is not just the physical space, how many people this, but it is in this whole space. So as I said, the negative space is what she would work on. And yeah, when you are an artist, if I'm looking at one negative space and if I'm working on a negative space, it's bound to, it's like what you draw also, when others will see it. That is what she was working on. So how it is taken is exactly how she's working on it. She works on something, and how the audiences see it is, I mean, each one will see it. And no, even in a very typically a literal work, each one sees, even in a shlokam where everybody knows it, everybody sees in a different way. So when it is abstract, it's bound to be different. We can only say from the responses how they have seen. It was tremendous. The more, I mean, we can talk about it. Exactly how it was received, you are asking, isn't it? I'm not able to see who was asking.
This
So
is
you wanted
Lavanya, ma'am.
Lavanya, sure. So you wanted to know how they were receiving, is it?
Yeah, because these look very tough to practice, very tough to perform.
No,
And
it's also how we, yeah, it's tough to practice means, unless that means you're having one thing specific. It doesn't work like that. We didn't have such things. So you just feel, you have to feel the space, and it takes time. It's not
Come
something you
here.
can give and you learn. One person came and asked me once, just show how she worked on. It's not possible to show like that. So it requires our own feeling. We have to actually work and do it. Then we feel it. It took us a lot of time. Each one understanding differently. Then as a group, when there are no ego clashes, everybody worked together. So that was something that's why we could work. It was amazing that nobody had these kind of problems as I, me, your role, my role. There was nothing like that. Everybody worked together unconditionally. So
That's what I told you in the beginning also. She was able to bring the best in us. So it was something different to work with her. I mean,
yeah, she
So,
just saw things.
yeah, so there's one more questions from Sangram. He's asking that how far do you see the influence of Chandralekha in your individual system of dance practice?
Mira, your voice, it's not
No.
audible.
I was there thinking you can say that's for
No, no,
you.
you start, yeah. You are
Yeah, for
talking
me, there is
something.
no way I can see things like it's like everything comes from that space. It's a space from which the body has been programmed to that kind of experiencing. So I do Bharatanatyam, but I feel from different areas. It's in my daily life. Basically, I can say whether I do yoga or Bharatanatyam or how I see my dance students, it's in from that space of what I received. She may have.
Did Chandralekha get criticism to think? Of
Of
course, Chaya,
course.
yes, of course. In the
Of
beginning,
course.
Yeah, we had
Nobody would come for us.
Nobody would come, nobody would encourage, and it was a very tough task to work like this. Yeah.
She was not, even now, I don't think many people really.
Many people accept also. Now also, yeah. It's very
In fact, I don't think Sabha and all would, even if you say Chandra, they would not even count her as a dancer.
Yeah, Lilavati was partially appreciated because it was a kind of Bharatanatyam and beyond Bharatanatyam in a different way. But other things, prana was also to a certain extent was accepted, I think. Na? Sharira and all.
Who accepted? I don't know. I mean, accepted means nobody still talked about it then itself. Except I don't know which classical dancer talked about these things. It was not referred to even.
Yeah. It was, Shayan, it was very difficult. Still, it is difficult.
We had a good time.
It is still difficult. It is difficult for people to make them understand whatever she is talking about. It is make them people understand also was difficult. So maybe it was not appreciated by all people.
Auntie, there is one more question that someone
complete a production.
Yeah, typically how long did it take for a production?
It depends. Each one.
First, Angika and all, it took 4 years because we are all new group and we have to work with our body, martial arts, yoga. As I said, everything was introduced. None of us, mostly we are all from Bharatanatyam area. So maybe, as I said, yoga artists were there, 1 or 2. So we have to learn everything. So Angika, as far as I know, it took nearly, I joined her in 81. I think the Angika was in 85 in Russia. I mean, no.
When we joined, you had already performed in Khajuraho.
Khajuraho. Yeah, but 3
think
years.
It always changes. Every performance, something will change.
Yeah, every performance, we keep changing. And Lilavati was 2 years, I think. And other things were a bit faster because we have been working with her regularly. So it was easy for her
earlier productions, she had a visual, she had her concept, and then she worked. Later on, it was because of her, it was gaining popularity, performances came, and so she had to give in to the time rest.
Yeah, the productions were made a bit faster later on.
Ma'am, are these the other productions that you mentioned, are they available on YouTube or anywhere to watch?
She was never for documentation. I don't think so. We have any recording of Raga is there, if I'm right. Na Meera, Raga is there. I have seen Raga.
I don't know actually.
Sharira little bit.
No, not full Raga. I don't think Sharira is there, but
not
not
full.
Sharira by Padmini. Sharira by Padmini is not available. Sharira is there by Tishani's. I think some bits are there. I don't know. I didn't check.
Mandala would be uploaded soon, as well as Raga snippets. Okay, Raktim will be uploading.
How does
he has some collections. So, okay, follow my channel. That's what he's saying. He's my student. He has the collections. 31st December. Okay, he has told you the date also. So maybe you can see there. Some collections he has from somewhere archive he has collected. It's very difficult. I don't know how he gets it, but somehow he manages to get.
Cool, thank you.
Do you remember the choreographers of productions?
So many of them structured ones like I do. Okay. You must be also remembering, I'm sure.
Yeah, Lilavati, of course.
Lilavati. I also did a bit of Lilavati.
Lilavati, Angika, I do remember. But other productions wise, I was not there. Prana, I got married and came. So maybe Angika and
I remember Prana. The later ones are a little more abstract. They're not fixed to a particular structure. Yeah. So, but the movement, concept, all that you can remember. The first 4, we remember The fourth one, Shri, we actually did for her 10th. Padmini and Sadanand, and I helped in that, and Krishna too. We did that for 10th year of Chandra.
Okay.
And a bit of Lilavati I did in Patashala, Sumi's school. Just the bees
Okay.
with 4 dancers.
Okay. So Lavanya Akka, would you like to ask anything else?
Yes, just one last question from me. So the base for taking up such huge productions is still Bharatanatyam Madavas, or what is the base? As in, like, we practice our own dance forms and then get into participating in such productions, or how was it? Or
You mean with Chandralekha?
yeah.
Yeah. No, not necessarily. In fact, there were many dancers who came and worked with her. They were not in fact, there was one dancer called Jahannara from Canada. There were many people who came and did just spent time with her.
Even
Did
Trisha, you are talking about
Tishani
Trisha.
also.
Yeah,
Tishani is
sorry.
not, she's a
Yeah, she
yoga
was not a
practitioner. She's
dancer.
not
She
a
was
dancer.
yeah.
Cool.
They
Thank
needed a
you.
kind of understanding. They needed to be able to have some understanding later on. Earlier, she took even us. We were totally kids. So that I'm really amazed at how she took and, took a bunch of kids.
Maybe she was also a Bharatanatyam dancer. First, she preferred her way of teaching in that form. Then slowly she must have
Yeah.
improvised.
And whoever could come unconditionally without some particular agendas also. We didn't have all that. So probably that.
So anyone would like to ask any other question?
Do you conduct teaching workshops or ideas?
Krishna
Okay.
Meera has to
didn't do
answer
it. We
because
have done
this
a
is from
few.
Chennai, I think. Yeah.
No, we did this actually. We've done it a couple of times, Krishna and I. We did the one for the parts, some workshop, and in Pondicherry we did twice. We've done just to on the way she would do a session, do a.
So you can again contact for ICDA.
Huh?
Oh, she wants to conduct that workshop for ICDA.
Sure, love to.
Yeah, if you can. If all members are interested.
That's possible.
So any other questions? Anyone else?
Yes, Sourami, you introduced Sujatha ma'am, and Sujatha ma'am introduced Meera ma'am, but I see in her background lot of books. So Meera ma'am, are you?
Yeah, I'm actually, these are all our personal books. My husband both our books actually. It's just that this is the only space. House is small, so I've come sat here. That's all. And yeah, it's all our books. I'm not a writer by any standards.
My question was more towards: are you into research or dance books and all those things?
Actually, no, not. It's just I'm not into that kind of research. I have my own kind of other things, but I'm not academic at all. I've not gone into that. At least I'm very interested, but I've not gone into it. Thanks.
Will not explore the.
I've not. Sometimes people say, but yeah, I do. I used to run a Montessori school, so I love that kind of educational research. I do like, but I've not done anything.
So
There is still
Lavanya,
time,
so Meera ma'am, you can share something about yourself. I mean, if people are asking.
No, what?
So,
Oh, that basically, the beginning. I didn't go to Kalakshetra, but I joined Chandralekha after some years. I was with Dr. Padma first, then with Balagopal sir from Kalakshetra, but privately I was to learn. And he put us on, 4 of us into Chandralekha's group. 5 of us into Chandralekha's group. Then we used to travel a lot. I was mostly Sujata's roommate. She was very sweet and a lot of learning like that. And then after that, after I left Chandra, I took a break first and then I came back after my baby was born. So that was in 96, 97. Then when I came back, I did Raga, and then I was in the US for 4-5 years. Then I had a lot of my personal, I gave a lot of time to my personal life. So all that was busy with home life. And in between, I would do some Sabha programs once in a while if they gave. Then other than that, I like forms. Yeah, I like forms. Thanks to Chandra, that it entered my head. I used to love practicing Kalari. Then afterwards also, I try to go back to Kalari. Even now, I love to do it once in a while. Then I learned Chow from when I was in Bangalore from Bharat Sharma. Like this, I'm learning Mohiniyattam. I'm a student of Neena Prasad. So I love forms basically. That's what. And I like to just learn lots of things. And I have a small group of kids here for dance class, and I try to teach something. I have a space here which many people use. These are the things that I do.
So yeah, Girija ma'am is saying to Sujata auntie that excellent Sujata. This is Girija Menon, your classmate from Kalakshetra.
Wow,
Oh,
Girija, yeah.
she's also a Mohiniyattam and Kuchipudi dancer. That I think.
Yeah, I am also into many, 2 more forms.
And she has got a graduation from Pune.
I'm not Mohiniyattam artist. I'm only Bharatanatyam artist.
Okay. After so many years.
Yes. So glad. Excellent work, Sujata. Really
Thank you.
beautiful.
Thank you. So nice.
Very good. All thanks to Chandralekha. So good.
Yes.
It's really taking you off.
Keeping the art form intact
Yes.
is because, Kalakshetra has given us everything, basic everything.
Yeah,
but after that,
Chandralekha is giving you more than that, which
Yes.
we all did not. Didn't get. Yeah, very good. I'm
Thank
so
you.
glad. I'm so glad you came on this.
Thank
Okay,
you,
thank
Mirza.
you.
Nice to
Thank
meet
you.
you. Yeah.
Yes.
We'll keep in touch. Yeah.
Yeah, all my students, many of my students and my friends, all of them are watching you. They are watching now.
Okay.
Good,
Thank you, Mirza.
good,
Nice
good.
meeting you. Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, I would like to introduce the students. I mean, wonderful session.
ma'am,
Thank you,
please.
ICDA. Thank you, Nandini. Yeah, I would like to introduce my students, Kalashrishti students. Yeah. This is Suryatapa, who has been learning from me for 3 years now, I think. Aishwarya, she has done her master's from Kalekaveri and she has been learning from me for many years now. And Payal, they're all very juniors. They have joined recently. And Pooja, her mother herself is a dancer. This is Priyashmita. For maybe 7 years she has been learning. Lalita, she's the youngest of the group. She's in 11th standard. Okay. And this is Debrima Sanya. They're all very junior artists, but they cooperated with me very well and they have given their time. And Smriti Roy, she's been with me for 3-4 years and she has been learning Bharatanatyam and she's basically from Dhanbad. Yeah, she's from Dhanbad. And Srijoyini, she's Mohiniyattam dancer too. And Babita Nair, she is also learning Mohiniyattam and Bharatanatyam from me. And she's also doing some research work on Mohiniyattam and all. Srijoyini is into contemporary in Chandra's thought process. She's also moving into that. Yeah, that's it. And this is Anushmita Bhattacharya, and she is also my student, but today she was not able to dance, but I said, okay, be in the Natvangam. She did the talam for us. She supported us with the talam. So this is Anushmita Bhattacharya, and yeah, and as I would like to be with them.
And we have Sujatha Ramalingam.
This is like today they have presented in front of you. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you all liked. Share your comments.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for your effort, and for only this, I would like to say something that for only this lecture demonstration or conversation session, she arranged everything. She arranged team dancers, and they have their personal problems and exams, and a lot of things is going on in this pandemic period. Still they have practiced together, and they gave us time, and also they have presented beautifully this choreography. Their coordination was wonderful. So thank you everyone, thank you other members for joining us today. I hope that everybody is enriched by this session. So thank you so much. Thank you, Sujatha aunty, and also thank you, Meera.
Thank you, ICDA members.
Thank you.
And once again, I would like to say I really miss Gopakumar sir.
Thanks to
watching it from
other
wherever he
coordinators.
is.
Yeah, but I would like to mention other coordinators named, especially Lavanya, Shibaram Akka, and Charanya, and also Rajeshwari Akka. They have supported me immensely after.
I can see.
In this time, yeah, they continuously share those things, and they have supported these sessions a lot. So thanks to Lavanya Akka a lot for continuously sharing the
Thanks,
post and
Lavanya. Keep up
promoting
your
this.
good work. Hope you have to take this by in a much more peak. Yeah.
Yeah, they have taken this responsibility.
Thank you,
after
ma'am.
this.
Thank you, Sourami. I am just doing my work, man. It's okay. Please.
Yeah.
As a
Thank
team
you.
member, I have some responsibilities and I just keep doing it.
Yeah,
That's
sure,
it.
sure.
Good. We artists
big
should be
mention, please.
together to share our views
Yes.
and everything. Yeah, it is nice.
Yeah, it is
Nice
like
being
the
with
ICDA
you.
teamwork only, but still. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Thank you. Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you very
Meera.
much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you for
ma'am.
calling me. So
Immediately
nice.
you
Thank
came,
you
it was so
much.
nice because I'm not very good in talking. So
Oh, don't say that. No, don't say that.
No,
It was
ma'am.
wonderful.
You did an amazing job. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you.
Lavanya. Thanks a lot.
I'm not
Thanks a
sure
lot,
that.
Sourami.
Bye.
Thank you, Auntie. Thank you. And Girija ma'am also did some lecture demonstration.